Hello, everybody. This is Vince Russo with some late breaking news, and I'm here with my partner in crime, Jeff Lane. How you doing?
Good. We got kind of like a little bonus Lions and Tigers, Bears, and Dirt going on right
Yeah, a
now.
little bonus Lions and Tigers, Bears and Dirt, and the breaking news, if you haven't heard already, is apparently it was reported on WWE Network. That's the only reason I'm reporting it because I don't believe what anybody says, but they reported it officially. Seth Rollins got hurt over in Dublin. He tore his MCL and his ACL. He's going to be out 6 to 9 months. According to WWE, there's going to be a tournament at the Survivor Series to name a new champion. Jeff, there's a lot of things about this. What's your first reaction when you hear this?
Obviously, wish him the best. You know that
Yes.
the big thing is the guy's injured, so you never want to forget about that when you're thinking of what they should be doing. But I'm like, I feel like there's creative opportunities here. Who knows? I don't know if they'll hit him or not. They announced they're having the tournament at Survivor Series, and I know you've talked about in the past with data how tournaments don't draw. I believe you've talked about that before anyway. How they don't draw numbers, but
well, usually let me say this though, Jeff. Usually they don't draw numbers, but in no case has really a championship been involved. You see what I'm saying? Like if it's for a number one contender or something like that, tournaments do not draw. But this is to label a new WWE champion, so I wouldn't put it in the category of just another tournament.
Okay. For me personally, though, two of my favorite shows of all time growing up was WrestleMania 4, which was the tournament for the title, and Survivor Series 98, which was the tournament for the title. So I like the possibilities with this. There's a lot of creative possibilities, and I hope they take advantage of the situation and turn it into a positive.
Before we go to that, Jeff, before we talk about the possibilities, I want to throw one red flag first, okay? Because the thing that hit me immediately is, Jeff, listen, people can say whatever they want to say, and I'm tired of people in denial. Okay, I'm gonna give you a straightaway fact. This past Monday Night Raw, compared to a year ago, it was down 800,000 viewers. Okay, so in the last year they lost 800,000 viewers. I can't put it any more simply than that. Now they have an opportunity where this happens with Rollins. So my first question immediately is, why would you not put this on Monday Night Raw live opposed to the Survivor Series? Now more than ever, Jeff, you need a spike in that rating somehow, some way. Here is your opportunity handed to you on a silver platter. Why are we doing this on the WWE Network?
So it's a great point. I wonder if, obviously they haven't released the full details. All they've said is that there'll be a tournament at the Survivor Series for the title. So I'm wondering if the entire tournament will be at the Survivor Series, if it will start on Raw, and, kind of like the tournament in WCW where that you were involved with, where it started on Nitro and Thunder, and the tournament and the final four or whatever took place at the pay-per-view. They could go that route. They could have qualifying matches for the tournament on Raw. You got to win matches.
Jeff, I got to tell you, I think they would have said that. You know what I'm saying, Jeff? I mean, the official statement said there's going to be a tournament at Raw. Maybe you're right, but if you're right, they definitely should have said that. There was no mention of anything on Raw, nothing. They went right to the Survivor Series on the official, WWE.com announcement.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I wonder what's the date of the Survivor Series? Because I'm wondering how many Raws there are leading up left before the pay-per-view.
You got the 9th, you got the 16th.
Yeah, I just don't remember what day the actual pay-per-view is on. I'll bring it up here and take a look, because I feel like there's a lot of TV left. Yeah, it's November 22nd. So
you got 2 shows.
Yeah. So, hopefully, I mean, you got to think what they normally do. I mean, we're thinking of all these great possibilities. Are we going to actually see them? Who knows? But if they just stall for 2 weeks before the pay-per-view, that's a huge mistake. I mean, there's so much they could do here, much that they could turn this into a positive.
Yeah, Jeff, I think this is a blessing in disguise for the WWE if done the right way. Listen, I hope Seth, I've said it a million times. I don't want to be a broken record because people want to always put words in Vince Russo's mouth. I've said a million times Seth Rollins is a great wrestler. He's young. He's got a bright future ahead of him. When I look at business, the WWE ratings have been going down. When the ratings go down, you have to look at everything. And one of the things you got to look at is who is the champion. Okay, I don't think Seth Rollins was a draw. Some WWE, numbers came out today, from house shows and things like that. And, even the Pepsi Center, Jeff, they were at the Pepsi Center Monday night. According to the numbers, I mean, there was like 8,500 people there. I think the Pepsi Center, sits double that amount. Okay, so they're not drawing. So the first thing I would do is I was looking at a champion. Now, Jeff, I always say the WWE, has a tendency of being very stubborn. By that, I mean Seth Rollins is the champion and you're going to like it whether you like it or not. That doesn't work anymore. You're not going to shove anybody down anybody's throat anymore. If they don't like Seth, they're not going to watch Seth. And, we've been seeing definitely a clear decline in ratings since WrestleMania. So they would have kept the title, on Seth. I don't know, bro. Maybe it would have changed hands at the Survivor Series with Reigns. Maybe it wouldn't have. I don't know. But now this is an opportunity. Like, they have no choice. So now they got it. Now the belt is going to come off Rollins. Now they have to put it on somebody else. Now, Jeff, again, I don't know if the belt was going on Reigns at the Survivor Series or if they were going to milk that, to Rumble or whatever the case may be. But obviously, they've been really, really pushing him the last couple of weeks. Reigns has seemed to be really coming into his own. So I think the predictable choice will be Roman Reigns. And I got to be honest with you, I think the WWE is very predictable. So I do think it will be Roman Reigns. But on the other side of the coin, they can totally turn things upside down if it's somebody that we're not expecting. What are your thoughts on basically what I just laid out, and what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. He's a predictable choice. I think if they do put it on him, you need some type of storyline or swerve. I think it would just be a mistake to just have a tournament where guys just win matches and at the end someone wins and we have a champion. You have a huge opportunity to just throw so much drama into this thing. I don't want to see a straight up fair competition with the winner, just winner. I want swerves. I want people getting screwed. I want somebody turns. I think they have a great opportunity if they put it on Reigns to do type of what you guys did with The Rock in '98 and turn him heel in the process by doing this, have him be a sellout or whatever it is, turn on Ambrose, do it the other way around, have Ambrose screw Reigns out of the title and have somebody else win. I just think whichever route they go, whoever they put it on, the story needs to be the draw for people to tune in on that following Raw, not just because so-and-so won the title, but because of how they won the title.
Give me, Jeff. I think Reigns is the obvious choice. And as I said, I think the WWE is very predictable. And listen, I've said all along, I'm a Roman Reigns fan. All along, I've said that. I like Reigns. I like a lot of things about him. But, Jeff, if it wasn't Reigns, who would be your dark horse and why?
Who would I pick, or who do I think they're going to pick?
Both.
Okay, I think this is a good opportunity to elevate somebody that hasn't had a title. Somebody like Bray Wyatt, Dolph Ziggler, somebody along those lines. If the story's done right, I think you can elevate them, put the title on them, and have a cool program. If they don't go with Reigns, oh man, I try to get in their mindset who I think they're going to put it on. Jeez, I have no idea. I mean, I would just go with Reigns. I really, in the predictable format, I think they would put it on Reigns. But maybe Ambrose. I have no idea.
Who would be your dark horse?
Who would I put it on?
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt. I think you could do a big storyline with him. They've built him a lot. I know the thing is with The Undertaker. I know that, but they can work that story into this tournament. You know what I mean?
Jeff, I am 100% on board with you. I don't think it will ever happen because I think they look at Bray Wyatt as Bray Wyatt is a gimmick. He doesn't need the belt. Well, guess what? Undertaker was a gimmick, and he was champion. Kane was a gimmick, and he was champion. Jeff, they've got now these three monsters around Bray Wyatt. Everybody is healthy. They've booked these guys horribly. I mean, guys the size of Harper, Rowan, and what's the other guy? What's his name? Strowman. Bro, come on. Guys that size should be able to kill anybody. Can you imagine guys that size protecting them? And, of course, Bray is a smaller guy with the mouth. My God, bro, what an opportunity to make him that heel champion, and nobody can touch him because of these other guys. Now up his game, make him that serious, the character he's supposed to be portraying, make him that guy. I would, bro, if the WWE ever did that, I would do such a 180 on them. I would give them all the credit in the world for, taking a chance and doing something different, maybe that people weren't expecting. But, I have to think, like I said, I think the belt was going on Reigns, either at Survivor Series or the Royal Rumble. I mean, I don't know. And I just see them speeding up the process. But, Jeff, you got to be careful now because we know the history of Reigns and the fans. You see what I'm saying? So now that they know it's very predictable and they do put it on him, are we going to go back to booing the guy out of the building?
Right, yeah. So, I mean, I liked how they screwed him out of the Money at the Bank. I thought that helped build him the way they need to, where he's got to fight all these obstacles. I think if they do another obstacle here, I think it would be cool if it was Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns as the final match for the belt. With the big story being the Undertaker and Kane stuff, all of a sudden near the end of the match, here comes Undertaker and Kane, and they help Bray Wyatt, you know what I mean, screw over Roman Reigns because somehow in all this kidnapping and Bray has turned them to his side, kind of like the Undertaker did with the Ministry of Darkness. But, I mean, I think that's a route they could go. If the Undertaker screws Reigns out of the title, that's a big deal. I don't know. I mean, I think there's certain ways they could do it.
Jeff, you bring up a great idea. Can you imagine if Taker and Kane come down and they help Wyatt, and in the meantime, Wyatt shit cans the other three? That's a great freaking story, bro. That is a great freaking story. I wasn't even thinking along those lines, but can you imagine Taker and Kane back in Bray Wyatt, bro? And now you put those other guys on the babyface side. That's they can do so much with that.
But yeah, I mean, whatever way they go, I just feel like the story could get the fans interested.
Yes.
Not just who has the belt, but how they got the belt.
Yes.
I think that's huge. You know what I mean?
But Jeff, I hope, like you said, bro, if it's a straight up wrestling tournament and, it's Owens versus Cesaro and Ziggler versus, whatever. Oh my God, there are so many possibilities. I got to tell you, Scott and his crew of ham and eggers unanimously a couple of minutes ago said Dean Ambrose, Jeff, I can't see that title on Dean Ambrose, man. Nothing against Dean Ambrose, but I can't see it on him as a believable champion. I just can't.
Yeah, I mean, I think his creative needs to be stronger for a lot of these guys. Their creative just needs to be stronger for them to be a believable champion. So, you know, you can't put all the fault on them, like you always say. You gotta look at the creative and the writing team. But trying to get into their minds in the way they've been booking, if they don't put it on Reigns, I don't know who else they would have at the top of their list. You know what I mean?
See, this is one of those times, Jeff, where we've been saying, like, all along, man. And I know he's hurt now. I mean, I understand that, but we were saying all along, bro, remember how strong Rusev was at one point? Remember?
Dude, I totally forgot about Rusev.
Remember, he was right there. He was beating everybody from the USA. And, bro, I was saying, because I knew at the time Kurt Angle was interested in going there, and I said, bring Angle in just for Rusev. You put Rusev over Angle, you've made the guy. But what happened, bro, is somehow we got caught up in that love triangle, and it was part of my French, it was the drizzling shits. So, but that just goes to show you they had the guy there. You know, he could have been could have been very viable. The problem is, bro, they really haven't built anybody, the right way. So that's why, knowing them, they're probably going to go the safest route, and the safest route is probably going to be, well, we're going to put the belt on Reigns anyway. But then you got to look at the whole other side of that. That's very predictable. And are they going to turn on him again because it's so predictable?
Yeah, I think they would. I really do. And I think if they're going to put it on Reigns at this pay-per-view, I think they kind of just have to rip themselves off, turn him heel, and have him with the authority. They're going to boo him anyway. You might as well make him a heel. So if they go the safe route, predictable route, put it on Reigns, I would at least hope they turn him heel in the process.
Now, Jeff, obviously, Daniel Bryan is not healthy enough to get back in this picture, correct?
As far as I know, I mean, who knows? I mean, they were making the dirt sheets were throwing his name out there for the Cena challenge at the last pay-per-view. Yeah. So I have no idea what's going on with the guy. And
then you also got to ask, bro, what about Brock Lesnar? I mean, right. I know he's on a part-time schedule, but under the circumstances,
Right. Is Cena going to come back early? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of wild cards.
Yeah, there is a lot of wild. Oh, God, bro. If Cena came back early and they did that, people would absolutely kill them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm interested, man. I'm really interested. I want to see it. I want to watch it. So selfishly, I'm happy that I want to see something now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I am too. And like I said, and you said it, coming right out of the chute, it's a tough break for Rollins. He's going to have to heal now. I'm sure he's not going to lose his spot. He'll come back in a good spot. The important thing is, he's got to heal. But, again, like I said, Jeff, this could be an absolute blessing in disguise. The ratings this week hit another low. They drastically needed something to happen. I don't think, Jeff, they were going to make it happen on their own. This is going to force their hand. And maybe this is exactly what they needed. So now maybe not having time to really prepare for this, and having to kind of think and do things on the fly. Well, you know what, bro? Maybe they'll step in something that they didn't plan on, and it'll turn out to be a positive for them.
Yeah, hopefully. They need a boost, man. They really need one. Maybe this will be it.
Well, there you have it, everybody. Breaking news: Rollins hurt. He's out 6 to 9 weeks. A new champion is going to be crowned at the Survivor Series. That's what the WWE is saying anyway. Hopefully, for those of you that are not members of our brand, you can check us out at vincerussobrand.com every day. Where Jeff and myself, we podcast, we interview people. We have a China interview coming up, part 2 with China on Monday, and you're not going to want to miss that one, trust me. Well, that's it, Jeff. Thanks for your insights. As always, very much appreciated. Everybody else, we will catch you on the rebound.